Fine, I'll do it myself.
Can somebody hear me? Can somebody see me?
Oh. Hey guys and gals, it's me, Speedy Rocket, and you might be wondering where I am right now. Well, to be honest, I have no idea either. I heard this glove call out to me and I found it in the washing machine, and then I decided to use it, and for some reason I was able to use it without any problems. It's like I used it or something before. But yeah, I end up here. I'm not sure why I'm here. Maybe maybe it can help me remember, the stuff that I can't really remember about something about Infinity War and a fake Thanos that I once met.
A new location.
Wait, what? There's gotta be a reason why I'm here. And I think I just found the reason why I'm here. Well, without further ado, since we got nothing else to do here, so without further ado, let's predict it. So yeah, we're doing, the Let's Predict It for Avengers Endgame. It's been a while since I did, one of these Let's Predict It. The last one is, of course, was the Lego Movie 2, which was the first one, and now we're doing Avengers Endgame, which is a more bigger one. So yeah, I haven't actually seen all the footage that has been revealed. But so yeah, unlike what I did in the Lego Movie 2, which I've seen almost all the footage of, here we're gonna do it a little more simpler and a lot more, not less tiresome in a way. So yeah, for some reason I have this book that has almost all of my predictions of what I've thought of what could happen Avengers Endgame. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot more easier for me to do. So yeah, whoever made this, I'm not sure if I made this, I'm not sure. Whoever made this in this weird world, thank you, I guess, for making my life easier. But anyways, let's start off with the first prediction. So this one's a very safe assumption that it could happen. This one is Captain Marvel or Ant-Man will be our guide on what happened, because of course it's a bit weird if you're not watching. I mean, sure, mostly everybody, of course. I'm pretty sure almost the entirety of the world, not sure the entire world, but the majority of the people in the world already watch, Avengers Infinity War. But I feel like it doesn't feel right if you don't really have any recap on what happened, because half of the universe is like gone. So yeah, I kind of feel like we need some kind of guide. I mean, sure, we know, but yeah, maybe Captain Marvel and Ant-Man are going to be listening to the Avengers and knowing what happened, and plus maybe some additional information like what happened to society and the world. I'm gonna get into that topic later on down the line. It's also on this list. So yeah, that's the first prediction. So here's a fun one. Captain Marvel and Thor are gonna have fun interactions. I heard that the Russo brothers said that they're actually gonna make a fun relationship with Captain Marvel and Thor in the movie, but they dropped that out the script and whatever. So yeah, I kind of feel like at least maybe they're gonna have some fun interactions. I mean, the most popular scene in the Avengers Endgame that we have seen, which of course is Thor gets the Stormbreaker, and then Captain Marvel smiles, is like, I like this one. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some fun interactions with Captain Marvel and Thor, since they're the most powerful beings, and of course a lot of people say that Thanos is screw, but yeah, we'll get to it. Let's get into the next prediction that I have. Is of course we're gonna go into what happened to society, the world, the Earth after the snap. I'm not gonna risk doing it with this hand. I'm not sure if this can actually wipe out half the universe, but anyways. Yes, that's what I think, because the thing is, I kind of feel like with with all, like, half of society is like gone, of course you cannot really ignore that. So I kind of feel like it will be an interesting idea to put like, how is humanity, how is it going on with the world and all that, with half of them is gone, just gone without any explanation. So yeah, I kind of feel like it could be akin to Joss Whedon's work with like, I remember he kind of did something similar. Well, not like similar like half the universe, but I kind of feel like he did something similar with humanity, the topic about humanity with Avengers Age of Ultron, with technology and robots. So yeah, I kind of feel like this could be akin to that. So I feel like it could be a very interesting idea to do. Hopefully they'll do it. So yeah, let's move on. So here's a very interesting one, and everybody's gonna geek out about this, I'm pretty sure, if this is true. Of course, we might have a throwback to the first Iron Man. I mean, come on, it's obvious at this point. I mean, come on, it's like it's Endgame. They're kind of making this like the end of an entire saga, and of course it begins with Iron Man. So of course there at least should be one kind of throwback to Iron Man 1 in this movie. What kind of throwback? To be honest, I have no idea. I cannot really think. Maybe they're gonna do it with, the whole thing of him trapped on the space, and he has the same clothing as, back in the day, in, in the African cave. So maybe we'll do that, or maybe they're gonna do something else. But that will be the only throwback to, the Iron Man franchise. Because I also think they're gonna have a throwback to Iron Man 3. Because they actually put, Iron Man 3 footage on the, one of the trailers, Pepper Potts holding the Iron Man helmet. I mean, sure, that could be, a sign of, that, Pepper loves Tony and all that stuff. But yeah, I kind of feel like they intentionally put that in because they're gonna make a throwback to Iron Man 3. And I recall some of the sets from, Lego. They actually have like a set that actually surprisingly has some of the suits from Iron Man 3, which is a bit odd to see. Aren't, all of them destroyed? So maybe we're gonna go into that. So yeah, I kind of feel like there could be several Iron Man 3 throwbacks. Of course, we might have an answer to, remember in Iron Man 3 you have the anxiety attacks, and you don't really have an explanation to why it just disappears in the third act, as I mentioned in the review. So I kind of feel like we might actually have an answer, hopefully. Or else, that whole anxiety attack in Iron Man 3 will be for nothing. Okay, this one's I actually talked about this with my friend Krishi. He actually had this idea as well, and he told me about this idea. I'm not sure if this could happen when I first heard of this idea, but still thinking of it again and again, I kind of feel like it could happen. Vision will be resurrected and will be able to help them in defeating Thanos. Because he's kind of a very powerful person, He can walk through walls and stuff. And of course he had the Mind Stone, but of course that's already gone. But still, he's not dead. He didn't fade to, turn into dust and all that stuff. So, yeah, there's a possibility that he could return. And I heard there's like a comic where he got resurrected, but he's like all white and stuff. So maybe, because it's also he also have some, black and white colors when he died. So maybe that could be a possibility now. And plus, I recall in one of the posters, like, there's a sliver of, I'm not sure if you can call it a sliver, like a bit of color in his poster, because there's a bunch of posters now that shows who is dead and who's alive, and of course Vision is dead. What is it? And of course it shows that it's black and white, but then you have a bit of color there that you can only see. Like I'm not sure if it's actually a real poster, but but there's a poster that I saw of Vision that has that color. So maybe Vision could be resurrected to help defeat Thanos. So maybe it could be the one to defeat Thanos. I don't know. But we're gonna get into that again. I told you guys I'm gonna get into the whole defeating Thanos thing in a bit. This one's could be happening since this is the end game, because Endgame we're gonna end up this entire trilogy, well not trilogy, this entire saga. So I kind of feel like the one thing that created the Avengers in the first place could actually appear again, and that's right. And I think you guys are thinking about it already. Who this guy is? Of course, I'm talking about Agent Coulson. He appeared in, Captain Marvel, but of course that's in the past, but still, they brought, the actor who played Agent Coulson back. I forgot what his name is, but he came back, but I don't think that will be the only time that we'll see him again. So I kind of feel like maybe the Avengers will find out that Agent Coulson was alive after the events of Avengers. The main thing that brings them together and, fight Loki and, all the other bad guys is still alive. So yeah, I kind of feel like it could be interesting for them to react to that. So I kind of feel like it'll be cool. Who knows? Maybe not sure if they're gonna actually physically see him in the in the movie, or maybe it could be during the time travel sequence, which of course I will get into. That's the next thing on my list here. They're gonna go back in time to the first Avengers. So yes, they have there are some what do you call that, behind the scenes footage? Well, not behind the scenes footage, pictures basically. Pictures. How come I mess that up? But anyways, there are pictures of them recording for Avengers Endgame, and it looks like the scenes from the first Avengers. So we're probably gonna see them go back to the first Avengers for some reason. Maybe they could be like thinking about maybe they kind of reminisce or something like that. It's like, man, remember those days? Remember when Hulk punched Thor or something like that? So yeah, I kind of feel like that's what they're gonna do. Here's a very unique one. I'm not sure if anybody has think of this before, but I kind of feel like maybe Nebula will wield the gauntlet. You know, the gauntlet, not this gauntlet. This is technically a glove, not a gauntlet. But yes, I kind of feel like Nebula's gonna wear the gauntlet in some capacity. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of feel like maybe you're gonna steal from Thanos or something like that and wield it, because that's what she did in the comics. I mean, sure, that's a very different character, but they still have the same motives to get, you know, revenge on Thanos and what he did to her. So yes, I kind of feel like there could be, we could actually see Nebula wield the Infinity Gauntlet in the the Avengers Endgame. So yeah, and okay, this one's a crazy one, but I kind of feel like it could work since this is the Russo brothers after all, and they have said before that Avengers Endgame is gonna be a lot more sadder than Infinity War. So I can't think of any other idea how they're gonna make us sad, us as Marvel fans sad. I'm not sure if it make me sad. I actually haven't cried in the cinema for a long time. I used to cry actually in the cinema about sad moments in movies, but now I'm grown up. Of course, I'm reviewing movies and all that, so yeah, I kind of got over that. But anyways, back to the prediction at hand. So yes, this is a very big prediction. So yes, one of the biggest prediction I have here is that the original Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Hulk are all going to die. Yeah, I know this is crazy. That's why I told you guys that it's crazy. But yeah, I kind of feel like there's no other option of making us cry. The Avengers are gonna die in this movie. It's literally called the Endgame. The original Avengers, of course, not the new Avengers that we have seen before. But yes, I kind of feel like that could be the case. But sure, maybe that could not be the case, and maybe it's just gonna be one of the Avengers. Who know? Could be Captain America or Iron Man or I don't know, even Hawkeye. But anyways, yeah, I kind of feel like at least one of the Avengers will die at least. But the crazy prediction, of course, will be all of them dying. Sure, it could. This is a very 50-50 here. I mean, come on, it's the Russo brothers. I kind of feel like they could actually want to do that, but who knows? So yes, whoever dies, I'm pretty sure it will form the new Avengers. I'm pretty sure the all Avengers will retire, I guess. So the new Avengers, of course, will be the leader will be Captain Marvel, which of course I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it, because we didn't really hear people say Carl Danvers' name as Captain Marvel in the Captain Marvel movie. So I kind of feel like they're gonna use that name for Avengers Endgame, when she actually becomes the captain of the Avengers. Basically, Captain Marvel and Ant-Man are gonna explain the sacrifice that whoever died. So yes, this will give them the feeling like, oh, this person sacrificed my life sacrificed his life to bring me back to life. So of course this will lead them into avenging them, of course, and this will lead into the new Avengers. So yeah, I kind of feel like that could be a possible ending to Avengers Endgame. For end credit scene though, I don't know, I'm not really sure. Again, I didn't really think of an end credit scene and what they're gonna put there. Who knows, maybe, I don't know, Deadpool will show up late for the battlefield or something. I don't know, they own Fox now, so it could be a possibility, because I don't know, maybe it could do this could be like a fun scene similar to what they did in the first Avengers. Who knows? There's a low possibility that will happen, but still it could happen. Who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much all my predictions for Avengers Endgame. I'm not sure when are you watching this. Who knows? Maybe this is released during the time of Avengers. When Avengers coming out. So yeah, hope you guys have a fun time watching Avengers Endgame. It's 3 hours long. So yeah, I hope you savor all of that, Marvel fans and all that. Make sure you all savor, what we have here. It's the end of a saga. So yes, I will be watching it as well. I'll be watching it with friends, of course. So yeah, so with that said, alright guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry about that. It kind of feel weird. Must be the whole world thing and all that. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So yes, after this, after this video is done and all that, and it's already here, it's possibly, the Avengers is already out, and I'm also going to be watching it with my friends, of course. Yeah, of course, always, we pretty much do, this is going to be a tradition now, I'm going to watch it with some friends of mine, at least one friend, which of course I have watched, Captain Marvel in the past with one friend, I've already planned 2 people to watch it with me that agreed to watch it with me. So yeah, we're gonna have a fun time as well. So we're getting pumped up for Avengers Endgame. So yeah, I hope you guys see us then. During the Avengers Endgame review. So until then, guys, rock it on. Normally this is where I cut it, but I have no idea where I am, and yeah, I'm kind of feel like I'm stuck here. This book, so weird. I don't feel so good. I remember now. I remember everything. That sounds cool.